Here we are for another great video about networking, sales, and communication. We're talking about networking again. Today we're still in network mastery, and we're going to delve into something important. Why do 97% of people fail in network marketing? And above all, how can you be among the 3% who actually succeed? Now, failing in network marketing is a big word because I say this simply to provoke you, to make you realize that you might not actually be achieving the goals you've set for yourself. What's the fundamental thing? By the way, I'm Giovanni Valenti. I've been working in network marketing, communication, and sales since '96. And if you're on my channel, you already know why you're here. And above all, you want to network marketing done right, and above all, without too much beating around the bush and without too much motivation talk. Now, there's a truth that really burns inside in all networkers, and that's the fact that 97% of people at a certain point stop doing network marketing. They don't reach their goals. They don't achieve what they set out to do. But why is it that the other 3% not only make it, but completely dominate this type of business? Well, first of all, these numbers aren't just something I'm saying. It's the data, it's the numbers. I have to be honest with you, it's not like this in every company. In some companies, thank God, there's a much higher percentage of people who earn well and manage to achieve results. But we're talking about network marketing in general, worldwide, okay? Now, the problem is that out there, everyone only tells you success stories, trips, awards, luxury cars, everything they've managed to achieve, but no one tells you what's behind it, all the effort behind it, all the work behind it. And so it's seen a bit as the job for losers, right? They have no other opportunities, so they go into network marketing. They're not good at anything, so they go into network marketing. They didn't study, so they go into network marketing. In reality, also because on stage they say, oh, I was almost dead, then I got into network marketing and I grew wings and started to fly. Okay, a lot of stories are like that, and they're true, but they're really exaggerated on stage. That's the fundamental problem. But now I want to tell you that most of those who don't make it because of themselves. Because of the illusions they're told at the beginning when they start in network marketing. In fact, I tend to be very clear with the people I sign up, and I tell them that there's work to be done, because it's essential to understand that you have to work. I can give you the tools, I can teach you. It's a real entrepreneurial activity, so if you don't do it, no one can do it for you. But what are the illusions that get put into people's heads and then end up killing the networker? Someone who has dreams, maybe not huge ones yet, but they're starting to have them. And above all, that's when they want to try to do this. First of all, there's something fundamental. My mentor always says that people fail in network marketing because of the mindset they bring with them. Because usually they're running away from life, so they use network marketing as a tool to escape from their job, from the life they had, and enter a different one. What does that mean? They don't come into network marketing to succeed in network marketing, but to escape from where they were before. So this is the first reason. But there are some illusions that really kill a person and their mindset, leading them to fail and give up. First, the lie of easy money. There's a lie that's told, join and you'll get rich. And that's bullshit. Join and you'll get rich. There's no such thing as any kind of job like that. If you want to be a lawyer, it's not like you just study, finish university and become a successful lawyer. Even there, you have to work your way up, you have to build your client base, you have to achieve success and so on. The same goes if you become a doctor, the same applies. If you become a gas station attendant, the same applies. If you start any kind of business, it's the same. Let alone in network marketing, where everything really depends on you. So the first lie is that you get rich as soon as you start. It's bullshit. Number two, you don't have to do anything. We take care of everything. Well then, excuse me, why don't you just send me a bank transfer too? Since I don't have to do anything, I'll just give you my IBAN. You send me a bank transfer and we're all set. That's bullshit too. Network marketing is smart because what do you do at the beginning? You watch what your uplines do, you rely on them, and you do your part of the work, which is usually making contacts and bringing them to see a presentation. There's someone else presenting for you, someone else might be answering questions for you, but it's not like you're doing nothing. Thank you. You simply do the easier parts and then get help. Meanwhile, you see how it's done, and then as a result, what happens? You learn, and then you'll start doing it for your own team, and so on. So the idea that you don't have to do anything, we'll take care of everything. That's the second lie. The third lie is the one that says, just talk to two friends and you're all set. I remember with the binary plans, many years ago, they used to tell you one on the right and one on the left and you're rich, but that's total nonsense. One on the right and one on the left. Thank you. One quits, the other lasts a week, and you have to start all over again. That's not how it works. Network marketing needs to be taken seriously, then it works and pays off big time. It really pays a lot. It's true that network marketing can completely change your life. Number one, it changes your life on a mental level because you start facing problems instead of running away from them. Number two, it changes your life because you start being in a circle of peers who want to grow. Number three, it changes your life because it teaches you skills that you can use anywhere you want. And there are many other ways it can change your life, but we'll talk about those in another video. Now let's move on to the illusions. Because I want to tell you that beyond these illusions, you need to understand that network marketing is considered a shortcut. People say it's a shortcut, but in reality, it's not a shortcut at all for people, lazy people, okay? So in reality, it's the path of warriors, as I like to say, because when you get into network marketing, you have to transform yourself, you have to train, you have to push yourself to evolve in order to achieve the results you want. What other job do you start? Maybe in your regular job. You get paid €1,000 a month, so to speak. You work 10 hours a day at your job, then you get into network marketing and think that with just 1 hour a day, you'll make €1,000 a day. I mean, it's crazy, even just thinking about it. So part of it is that people tell you these stories, but also because you want to hear them. Now, what are the mistakes that 97% of people make? First of all, a lack of discipline, because if you get into network marketing and you lack discipline, after a while you give up, even just a week without results. And you quit because you don't have a boss telling you, today you have to do this, tomorrow you have to do that. And above all, there's a saying in network marketing, I run with those who run with me, I don't walk with anyone. A great network marketing leader used to say that too. It's true, because at a certain point, if the leader sees that you're not taking action, they can't do it for you and they'll leave you behind. And that's fine, it's totally okay. But discipline is something you have to bring yourself. Second, there's a lack of training. People who join network marketing usually either think they already know everything. I'll give you an example. A great salesperson joins network marketing and thinks they already know how to pitch their product to anyone. The thing is, no one in network marketing actually buys the product or service. They all buy the person who is selling the product or service, because what they're really buying is a change in their life. They're buying a transformation, maybe even the final goal. They use network marketing a bit as a tool. But what do a lot of people do? They think they already know everything. Maybe they've even studied, they're prepared, and so they don't prepare themselves for what is actually needed in network marketing, which is different. Then there's a lack of consistent action. People talk a lot. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll be a diamond, I'll be this, I'll be that. And then they do very little. The problem is that they end up doing far less than what they say they'll do. So I prefer to look at actions rather than theories. Another important thing is that people look for the secret trick. There is no secret trick in network marketing. Oh, I will give you several strategies in this video series. I'll give you different techniques to help you succeed, to consistently do well, to go faster, but without following the basics, nothing works. Nothing. Instead, people want to skip the basics, skip the ABCs, skip the hard work, and go straight to the result. That fairy tale doesn't exist, okay? And above all, they expect big things. Big results with just a tiny bit of effort. But in other fields, you have to work really hard just to get almost nothing. So a piece of advice I have for you is change your mindset. If you want to do network marketing, if you want to do it well, and especially if you want to earn big money, 97% of people quit because they spend more time complaining than working. The other 3% do the opposite. And in fact, I always say that leaders, or at least those who get results, don't do different things from others. They do things differently. And that's the key thing. So what does that 3% who actually succeed do? First of all, they dedicate themselves to their work. I use the 3 Ds: dedication, direction, discipline. They give total dedication. So they put network marketing at the center of their lives. Just like you would if you started any kind of business. If I start a business, from that moment on, it becomes the center of my life because I have to bring in customers, I have to keep it running, I have to prepare myself to do better, I have to check if something isn't working and improve it, and so on. But most people get into network marketing, and since it costs little to start, they treat it like a hobby and not as a priority. And that's what leads them to fail. Whereas the 3% put network marketing at the center, exactly. So that 3% succeeds precisely for this reason. Then direction, they follow a system. Those in the 3% who succeed, they follow a system that works. They follow a system that has been mapped out by those who have already succeeded. So they have a plan and don't just go at random. Remember that when you act randomly, your life will become chaos. Imagine your business. It's like having a messy desk, a real mess. You can't find things and your mind is just like your desk. And then discipline, because the 3% are disciplined or become disciplined. It's not guaranteed that they join network marketing already disciplined, but as soon as they become disciplined, as soon as they set direction, they show dedication. Automatically, the results change. So discipline is truly needed to take action. When you don't feel like it, you do what you have to do, how you have to do it, and exactly when you have to do it. This is the fundamental thing. So every day they do what needs to be done, especially when they don't feel like it. An important thing that the 3% do is that they look for a mentor because they have low ego, fortunately, whereas the 97% who fail do so because they do not look for a mentor. They suffer from too much ego. Whereas seeking out a mentor and copying the results of those who have already achieved them, trying to overcome fears and adversities, maybe by asking a few questions in order to grow, this is what truly makes the difference and allows you to really explode in network marketing. I realized after a few years in the business that I needed a mentor. Once I found one, of course, things were never the same again. As I grew, I changed mentors, I changed my goals, I achieved those goals, and so I wanted something more. And I looked for better, more prepared mentors, those who never stopped, who were always out in the field. Is there one? One thing I've realized is that in network marketing, just like in sales and communication, you need to learn from those who are actually out in the field. Not from those who talk about techniques from 30 years ago, because techniques from 30 years ago just don't work today. The network marketing market has changed completely. So you need someone who is out there, who is currently getting results. And then they can talk, otherwise it's better if they keep quiet. And the top 3% do not have more talent, they just have more consistency and more hunger. You really need to get this into your head. Yes, this word, hunger. Hunger means truly wanting to achieve your goals and being willing to make sacrifices to get there. So nothing like crazy, they just do what needs to be done, okay? Now, as I was saying before, there's a formula, the 3D formula: dedication, direction, discipline. Let's say that without dedication, you don't even get started, you don't take off, you don't begin to push, okay? Without direction, you get lost, you don't know where to go, and without discipline, you die along the way. So these 3 points are fundamental. Every great networker, if you pay attention, whether consciously or unconsciously, has applied these 3 Ds. Always. Otherwise, there's no way out, okay? And above all, one important thing, you don't need 10 talents. These 3 points are really enough, so dedication, direction, and discipline to make a difference. The rest you learn in the field. The reality that no one tells you is simple. Not everyone will make it, not everyone will succeed. And that's okay. Not everyone makes it to play basketball professionally. Not everyone makes it to become chief physicians in clinics. Not everyone becomes a rising star lawyer. Not everyone makes it in any field. So it's not like we're saying something wrong. Not everyone makes it. Even though the truth is the only one who fails is the one who gives up. Why? Because if we give ourselves the right amount of time, we can reach goals. Maybe not the 100,000 euros a month we had in mind, but maybe something in a regular job. You make 1,000 euros, you learn how to make 1,000 or 2,000 in network marketing. But even if it were just 1,000, matching what you're already making or earning an extra 500 euros a month with an activity you do just a few hours a week, that's gold. There's too much talk out there. Everyone's talking about millions, KKK. I hear people talking about KKK everywhere, and the first question I ask myself is, damn. But if you went and made that extra 500 euros a month or doubled what you're earning at your job with just a few more hours a week, how much better off would you be? That's how network marketing starts. Then you become a professional, you turn it into a real job, and that's a different story. But one important thing is that those who choose to be part of that 3%, I can assure you, they choose it. And clearly, it happens that their life changes forever because mentally everything changes, their mindset changes, their attitude changes, the way they speak changes, the way they interact with others changes, so many things change, their ideas change, their circle of friends changes, everything changes. I assure you, being in that 3% will change your life for the better. And network marketing, we have to remember, is not for those who love to stay in their comfort zone. Now, this comfort zone that everyone talks about, yes, the comfort zone is where you feel comfortable. There are people who are comfortable even sitting on pins and needles, okay? So maybe they're just not tired enough yet of being in that situation, right? They settle for feeling bad rather than making the effort to move, to take action, and so on. But those who seek greatness will try to become part of that 3% in network marketing. Of course, if you're looking for the easy way, you'll stay poor in any field because an easy life equals a hard fate. We know what that means, right? But if you make the effort at the beginning and maybe keep at it, over time, you'll definitely get better results than doing nothing and just going to the bar, spending all day getting drunk, right? Let's just say it has to be something you enjoy, something you want to do, otherwise it won't work. And above all, one important thing is that today you have two choices. You can stay in the 97% who just watch, criticize, gossip, and then fail, or you can decide that you'll do whatever it takes to get into that 3%, and why not expand it to 5%, 6%, 7%, even 10% by working well, because it's 2025 and the information is out there. For example, on my channel, you can get a ton of information. In fact, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click subscribe and hit the bell icon, because it motivates me to make more videos. And above all, share this video with other people who might find it useful, even those on your team. And I guarantee you one thing, if you commit yourself and give it the right amount of time, because building a network takes the right amount of time, just like any other activity, and you learn the right skills you need to do well over time, you can definitely earn an extra 500 to 1,000 euros a month, make it your job, and then become a semi-professional and eventually a professional. This is the right path to do networking and not take it lightly, because you make the difference and you start making it today. I'll see you in the next video.